Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name's Natalie and I do videos on handbag reviews, unboxings, a bit of luxury eye candy, so if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. I would love to have you back. In today's video, I've got a special reveal / review of this big guy right here. So I purchased this item from the Collins Street Boutique here in Melbourne a few weeks back, so I have already unboxed it, but I've just put it all back in its original packaging just so you can see what it looks like when it came delivered to me. So in this massive shopping tote, we've got the box with the item in it. We've also got the ribbon that came on the box and also the receipt. So if you haven't seen my previous video where I unboxed an item that I purchased from the online store, please check it out because I do talk about the receipts and what they look like. So with the receipts that you get in store, they're just the normal kind of like grocery receipts, so nothing special. But when you do purchase something online, you do get the original Louis Vuitton receipt where it's on that nice thick paper with the Louis Vuitton logo on it. So check that video out if you want to have a look at that. So that's the receipt, and here's the item in its lovely magnetic box. So the front here has just got a magnetic closure, and all you do is just flip it open like so. And inside we've got the item in its dust bag and also the straps and care booklet. So we just have the item here in its dust bag. So you just flip it open like so. And inside we've got the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs mini backpack. How cute is she? So this is the newer version with the exposed zipper. So the one that Louis Vuitton first released back in 2016, the canvas actually covered the zipper, and so it was really difficult to open and close the bag because the zipper would often get caught on the canvas, and over time the canvas would crack and Louis Vuitton would have to replace the entire bag. And so they've updated it now. So now the zipper is really smooth, so you can just do it with one hand, whereas I've seen videos where people have the older version and they'd have to like slowly tug at it like this to open it because it always got caught on the canvas like every centimeter, or they would have to push in the front in order to unzip it smoothly. But I just felt that was quite cumbersome, and if you are paying this much for a bag and because it is quite casual, you don't want to be fussing over something like that. So at first I did prefer the older version, but now I think I'm glad they've updated it so I don't have to worry about that. And also I think it does give it kind of like a fresh, clean look to the bag. So that's the zipper and the newer version. And inside I think it's pretty much the same as the original version where it's just got the black textile lining and also a little back pocket there. So this item is actually made in France. So I don't know if you'll be able to see that at the back. And then it's just like an empty bottomless pit down there. It goes all the way down. So I think you can fit quite a lot of things in here. I plan to do a what's in my bag video on this bag. So please subscribe if you haven't yet and keep an eye out for that video. Yeah, so that's the inside of the bag. And at the front, we've just got this little pocket here, and I agree with everyone when they say that this front pocket is really hard to like open and close. The zipper just kind of gets stuck, and when you unzip it and you try to get in, there's not much give. So as you can see here, there's not much give at all, and when you do stick your fingers in, it kind of gets caught, so you can't really get anything out. And because there's like a front lip there, your fingers get caught there, so it's just not pretty. I don't think I would use that pocket, and I knew that going into buying the bag I wouldn't really use it. I would just use the main compartment, so I'm fine with that. So even closing it now, it kind of gets caught there, but yeah, it's a cute feature and I do like that it's on the bag. So this is actually the second time I've purchased the Palm Springs mini backpack. The first time was from client services over the phone, and I'd been wanting this bag for a few months, so I've been stalking it on the website, but it never came back in stock. So I decided to just give client services a call just to see if they had any or if they could source it for me. So luckily enough, when I did give them a call, I think it was a Friday afternoon, they just had a new shipment in, so they were able to secure this bag for me. And so I paid over the phone and they shipped it to me the very next business day. And when I received the item, I was so excited to open it, but when I opened it, I was a bit disappointed because the first thing I noticed was the front alignment of these fleur-de-lis here, particularly the middle one. It was off center, so the top part of the circle was kind of off a little bit to the side and it wasn't connected to the bottom part of the circle. So that kind of like bothered me a bit because it's at the front of the bag and I'm quite particular with my bags, and I knew that that would bother me every time I use the bag. And also turning the bag over, I noticed that the stitching here, see how this one's perfectly aligned in the middle of the fleur-de-lis? The one that I received from client services, it was off center as well. And also the puffiness of that one wasn't as puffy as this one is here. And that didn't bother me too much because it was at the back of the bag. But still, if you are paying so much for an item, you would expect the craftsmanship to be there. And I guess you are paying a premium for the craftsmanship. So anyway, I was thinking to myself, well, should I just keep the bag? These are just minor little imperfections. I know this bag is really, really hard to come by and I'm lucky enough even to have it in my hands. But then the other part of me was like, well, no, you are paying a lot for this bag. You should be 100% happy with it. And so I was tossing and turning. I slept on it for a couple of days and I decided to just text my SA to see if she had any in stock at her store. And she texted me back saying that she did have one in stock and that she could send through a video of what it looked like, and particularly focusing on the middle part here. And it looked great. Everything was aligned, it was perfect. So I was like, great, can you please send it through to me and I'll return this one to client services. So she shipped it out to me, as again, it just took like a business day to get to me. When it got delivered to me, I was able to compare the two side by side, and that's when I noticed all these little differences. And the funny thing is that one from client services was actually made in Spain and this one is made in France. And I've never been the type to return something just because it's not made in France, but unless it is a quality issue. And I found that was the case with the made in Spain one. Like the front wasn't aligned, it wasn't as puffy, the back wasn't aligned. And so that was a no-brainer. I decided to return that one back to client services and I kept the one that my SA sent to me, which is made in France. And so I'm really, really happy with this. I think it's adorable. The other thing that came in the box is the straps and the care booklet. So it came in this nice bag, so I knew it was brand new. So here we've got the care booklet and also the textile card. So it's coated fabric exterior, textile lining, calf skin trimming, and also the SKU tag or the barcode for the item. So the thing with the straps is when it comes delivered, you're left with 4 separate little straps. So you've got 2 long ones and then 2 short ones. So at first it's quite overwhelming because you're like, what do I do with this? How do I put it together? It's like a puzzle, but it's actually not as bad as it seems. When I first received this, it was actually really, really stiff. So the leather was really stiff. And when I'd put the buckles on and tried to take it off again, it was so hard. Like it literally took me like 10 to 15 minutes to carefully take off the strap because I was so scared to rip the leather. But now over time I have tried it on different ways and I have done mod shots, so I will insert those at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, over time as I've changed the length of it, played around with it, the leather has kind of loosened up a little bit, so it's a lot easier to take on and off. So here you'll see, this is the longer strap. You've just got the little knob here that sticks up, and also the little belt loop part and a little D-ring or like a little clasp. So that's got the little Louis Vuitton logo on it, so it's a nice little touch. So all the straps have a little D-ring on it and they just attach to the very back of the bag on these D-rings here. So I'll show you how to put one together, just in case if you're wondering. So we've got this knob here and another knob on the shorter strap, and also the same thing. We've got a little belt loop and the D-ring clasp. So all you need to do is line up where or how long you want the strap to be. So I'm about 163 centimeters. So, and I find the shortest length of this fits perfectly on my body frame. I know a lot of people, and I've seen some other YouTubers where they do prefer the backpack to sit quite high on them, and so, or like as a normal backpack, so they just use the one long strap, and they actually just thread it through this D-ring here, and you just push through the little knob, and then what they do is they bend it and then clip it into one of the holes like that, so then the leather's bent like that. And for me, that kind of just worries me because I don't want the leather to crack over time. So with me, it kind of sits pretty low on my back, but I'm happy with that look because I guess that's the way it's supposed to be with like a little backpack. That's kind of the style. So you've got the long strap with the knob here, and all you do is just line up the shorter strap. So you've got the two knobs, but you just flip it over. So it'll make sense once I do it, but I've got that there, and because I want it on the shortest length, I would do it on the very last hole here. So we've got all these different holes here. So I've got the last hole here, and you just line it up. And all you do is just push in the little knob like so. That. And then you just go down and you're met with another knob. So this one's on the shorter strap now, and you line it up with the hole that it matches to. So all you do is line it up and push it in place like that. So now it's securely on, but you'll notice that there's a little tab here that kind of flicks up, and that's actually a pet peeve of mine. If a bag that I'm looking at doesn't have a belt loop or something to hold the strap in place, that really bothers me, and it's kind of like a deal breaker because over time this will get caught on things and it'll slowly bend, and because it's leather it'll soften over time, and because it gets caught and stuck on things it slowly bends and it'll kind of just like flick up like that, or even more so. And so I'm just not a fan of that look. So I'm glad this one actually comes with a little belt loop here. So you just slide it down and just loop it over to hold it in place. So now it doesn't flick up at all. And then you do the same with the other side as well. So now you have one strap. I'll just do the other. Okay, so now we've got the two straps done. All you need to do is just hook it onto the back of the bag. So we've got the 4 D-rings here. So all you need to do, very simple, you just take the D-ring, the clasp, and then just clip it on like so. So it's very easy, and just do the same for the bottom of the bag. So the good thing with this bag is because the straps are adjustable, you've got the 4 D-rings, you've got the clasp on every end of the strap, you can wear it multiple different ways. And as I said, I'll have those mod shots for you at the end. The straps are clipped on, you have a backpack. So that's what the bag looks like. I think it's so adorable. I don't have anything like this in my collection. I don't have any backpacks at all. So this is a really good travel bag in my opinion. I initially wanted to use this for my trip to Japan, but I've had to cancel that now, obviously due to the pandemic. But I do hope to one day be able to use this when we can travel again. But in addition to a travel bag, I think it's just a really nice casual backpack you can use daily to run errands or go on hikes. I think it's a really, really cute bag for every day, and because it's got black leather and not the vachetta leather where it can get stained quite easily, this is really carefree. But yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to finally get my hands on this bag and add it to my collection. I will be doing a what's in my bag video, so don't forget to subscribe to get notified of when I upload that video. But until then, I'll see you next time in my next video. Bye!